What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another vlog, your Noah's Vlog. So today, it's actually the same day that I just posted the last video. But anyway, without further ado, don't worry about all the noise that the wind is causing outside. That's why I'm inside my shop right now. Today, on this vlog, we are going to do the valve cover in my friend's 2004 Dodge Stratus. Now, I pulled up a torque spec. It's about the same for everyone, which is 105 inch-pounds, if you're wondering. Also, it's about the same pattern for every valve cover. So, I pretty much have that already. We're going to change the valve cover gasket and the spark plugs. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Let me get my tools set up, and I will show you the tools. Give me a real quick minute, guys. Alrighty guys, let me show you what we are working with for parts and replacement. So, I gotta go ahead, sorry for the bright light, to replace this radiator. As you can see right here, it is basically gushing out of there. I have no clue how that happens. I don't ask questions, I gotta get that fixed, but we are working on this valve cover and the spark plugs today. We are replacing it with a Velcro gasket. This looks to be the correct gasket, and can I say, oh my gosh, it's a thick gasket. Thickest one I've replaced, but these are simple rings for the spark plugs, and we are putting in Autolite double platinum plugs. They aren't the most expensive ones, they're like mid-grade. So let's tools that you will need. So I got here, I basically go with Craftsman. Not sponsored by anything that I use in this video, but I have a Craftsman toolbox. This basically will give me all the tools I need. This torque wrench, now I want to talk about, this is my smaller version of my big torque wrench. It does not have inch-pounds. It does not, but in this little box here is what I actually first started with. It's a little torque wrench adapter. Basically put on a torque wrench and torque whatever you need down. This I hopefully will have the inch-pounds on it. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alrighty guys, so I am back here. So a little valve cover. Basically I just gotta start taking things off until we get the valve cover off. So without further ado, let's hop into it. First thing I know we're gonna have to remove is going to be the here's my kit right here. I normally bring my bits out here. You don't have to. I'm going to actually set it up top here. I'm guessing they're going to be 10 millimeter. Possibly. I'm going to get a deep socket. Possibly make my life easier. I'm guessing they're 10 millimeter. Yeah. So 10 millimeters for the top. If you have an impact, it would probably go quicker. I do, but I'm not bringing it down here. Too lazy to. Basically, I think we can get these clips out of here. That one, we'll just set that off to the side. This will give us a telltale sign if there's oil down in our plugs. Number one, I can't get these freaking things off of here. There we go. This one, yeah, it's leaking a little bit of oil. And this gasket has been replaced before. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But connectors. That connector will pop right out. I don't know if we can get that hose out right now. But let's get this and this one off and see where that gets us. Possibly. I'm going to put these bolts back just so for my reference, that one's pretty dry. But now we're gonna put this up here. Yes, I just finished detailing the car, but I still gotta do the windows, so I'm not too worried about those up there. And then we'll just remove all the 10mm bracketry, wiring, cable connections, hose connections. That's bigger for some reason. But we've only done this a couple times, so we'll just do that for now. Yeah, basically a socket and a ratcheting wrench does probably the best work. This is one of the more annoying jobs, actually, because my knees are hurting already from bending over the car. Let's light there. It's not really bothering me. Let's see. This one should be loose. This should be a relatively simple, I say. Watch it not be simple. I feel like, so these are the distributor injection and no, we got one more there. Wait, where did that one go? There's a mount here, I just noticed, and there's none mounted to it. I just realized I didn't need to take this off, this bracket, but screw it, it might make our job easier. Oh, that's a good place to drop it. I'm assuming that's hot down here, because I literally just had this engine. Let me get a pair of needle nose pliers. I ain't burning myself. Not worth it. I guess you'll need needle nose pliers for this job. There we go. And yeah, that warmed up the bolt a little bit. So I'm hoping that I'm guessing it's gonna be a 12 maybe. Yeah, making my job simple. So basically just put all the bolts back where you got them, and you probably won't mess anything up. The valve cover bolts themselves are 10s as well, so just had oil splashing around on it. That's great. It's gonna be maybe an uncut video. We'll see. Yeah, these aren't even that tight. That could be the reason why it's leaking. All these back bolts I'm just pulling out with pliers, and that should be all of the bolts holding this valve cover down. Yep. And without that, we can just, I'm gonna flip it upside down. That is actually really clean, which is good, actually. Really good. There's our valve cover right there. Yeah, this gasket, it's alright. It's not the best. I gotta get these off. Should pop off like that. There we go. We're gonna do this in a timely manner. There's our old ones. I didn't think about where I'm throwing them. Oh, right up here. Valve cover. Pliers again for the save. Oh yeah. I don't know why you'd RTV it in. Like, I don't know, but there's our old gasket right there. We're going to clean up the surface. That is just a messy job. Let me grab a rag real quick. Okay. Rag acquired. Now you want to try to do this where you don't get gunk in the engine, so I'm simply going to just wipe the surface area, which is actually really smooth, which is good. You don't want a rough surface when you're trying to seal stuff. The back has oil all over it. I'm not going to change the plugs with it off, everybody that's wondering. We're just going to clean the surface area of that, and then we're going to come over here and clean the surface area in here. Well, I'm going to try to. Maybe with a screwdriver. Don't push too hard if you're doing what I'm doing. You just simply get a flathead screwdriver, and then you're going to put it in your rag. A good bit. Like wrapping your rag and just... Give me my raggy back. And then we're just gonna simply run this all on here. But I'm actually surprised at how nicely this engine is on the inside. Like, that's a good sign. Everything's tight. Yeah, it looks very good for being a 2004. Let me go get the new gas. There's a... I see. I don't want to lose my little couplings. So, on the seal, you're going to have little blocks in here, and then a flat end. The blocks go down, as I can tell, I think. Give me a moment. To explain my theory. Yeah, that would be my theory is correct. Now don't forget when you install this, don't forget your little hockey pucks. Like so. Now this could be why he chose the RTV it, but I'm gonna find out myself. I got all the seals, all the holes are lining up. So I'm going to get all the bolts in real quick. Yeah, as I said, guys, this is literally uncut. This is just me changing the valve cover. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. For the torquing. Now that's only so that... Alright. Okay, once you make sure that you got that cranked, these just have to be pretty much tight, and then I call it good. Alright. Conveniently for us, we already have the ignition coils out. Don't forget about this guy. Can't forget about a single hose, wire, connector, because for all I know this could be a ground. You never know, so. Alrighty. That's down. For all I know, that is not a ground, but I just stated that just for the obvious. This hose goes back in here. I'm gonna wait on that because I gotta get the spark plugs out. Are the spark plugs a common socket? They are indeed. Let's see how easily these come out. These should not be that tight. They are not. They are not indeed. Let's see what these plugs look like. So what you do is you take a ignition wire. It's kind of conveniently stuck together. You stick it to it. Boom. Just be careful not to burn it out. Yeah, these plugs don't look the worst. They're champions. Let me check the new plugs, make sure that we got all the same plugs. So what happens, so this car had a slight misfire when you idled it down. And so as I just confirmed that these are the same plug, I'm going to wipe it off now. But as you can see, a little bit of rust at the bottom. Please tell me that you saw everything. Yeah, you saw everything. And the camera turned a little bit, sorry. But these spark plugs aren't that bad, but there is definitely oil in there as my hands are covered in it. And the cardboard does now have oil on it, so there was oil down in the valves. I mean, there's supposed to be oil down there, don't get me wrong, but they aren't supposed to be mixed with the spark plugs. So let's get the rest of these plugs out. Anchor tight. Like that, and we're done. I will wipe. Oh, we need to put the distributors back in the car. Alright guys, I got it all together. Let's see if she runs. Hopefully she does. And walla bing, we are done. Engine runs, purrs pretty. Now I'm going to take it up to the house. I'm going to detail this engine bay. Get that all cleaned up. But it is. I'm not happy about that. It is smooth. Like, it's running good. So without further ado, I'm going to shut it off. And I'm going to get the engine bay cleaned. Catch you guys in a minute.